Hello, Internet. Thank you very much for 300 subscribers. So, to celebrate, I'm going to be modding this SEGA Saturn. I've had this SEGA Saturn for quite a while now, and I find the games to be just too expensive to really have a good collection of them. As you can see, because I'm about to put them down in the video, I only have a few games, Duke Nukem and Alone in the Dark, and that's just because they're just too expensive to buy. The average game that I see at a store near me goes for like $110, $120. So that's why I got this, the Fenrir Duo. Now, the system does work normally. Here you could see me popping in Duke Nukem 3D, a very fun classic shooter. Uh, because the battery for my system is old and expired, every time you turn on the system, you have to set the language and the date. I don't even bother setting it, I just go straight to the exit button, and then the system boots up. And you can see that it boots up normally. In a few seconds, you'll see gameplay.
Damn, those alien bastards are gonna pay for shooting up my ride.
So, as you can see, the system is working normally. It plays just fine. There's no modifications done to it. And here I am just kind of shooting around in Duke Nukem. But anyways, let's move on to the actual mod. So this is the Fenrir Duo. I got it from StoneAgeGamer.com. They're not a sponsor. You could buy this for about $140, which may seem a little expensive, but I think it's worth it. Inside the box, there's some packaging that I took out. It comes with this board that has an SD card slot and some pin adapters that you use for the ribbon cable and some places that you plug in the power cord. Next, we have two ribbon cables because there's two types of Saturns. There's a 20 pin and 21 pin connector. You just kind of have to eyeball it with the normal ribbon cable that comes in your Saturn to determine which one you need. So here we are at my little workbench, and here I am taking out the screws for the Saturn. There are 5 screws that you need to remove, so I'm just taking them out currently. And I had an issue with one of the screws coming out. It's in the top corner, and you'll see when I try to open it, it doesn't pop out. And I was very confused initially why that corner wasn't opening. Turns out the screw is actually stripped and a little piece of it came off. So the only way to open the system is to turn it sideways like this with the screw. Now, once it's open, you can unplug the power cable and the ribbon cable that goes to the main board. And then after lifting up the disk drive, you can unscrew it and pull it out. Now, you take the Fenrir Duo and you select the correct ribbon cable and you plug the ribbon cable into where the original ribbon cable was, and then you plug the other end of the cable into the correct slot on the new board. Then you take the power cable and you pop it into the correct power socket. There are 2 on the board, one's a little bit bigger, so just eyeball it and make sure you're putting the correct one in the correct place. And then I just mounted it on one of the little stands here. Then the cover of the Saturn, I just twisted back on and it plopped right back on. And I was able to screw it back in, no issue. So now that the Saturn is modded, I formatted an SD card and put some files onto it. You need specific files to boot the actual bootloader. You can find them at stoneagegamer.com. And when you boot the Sega Saturn, it shows the Sega logo. And then it boots up to a menu that has all of your ISOs on it. ISOs are disk files that are for games. Now, I just want to make it clear, I do not recommend illegally downloading ROMs. Rip them from games if you have them and have the ability to do so. I don't want anyone getting in trouble for anything. But as you can see, I selected Sonic R, and it booted right up really fast, no issues whatsoever. And here I am playing it. Now, I'll be the first to say, I am not good at this game. This is one of the first times I've ever played Sonic R, and I think the last time I played it was a very long time ago, as an emulator on my PC, just out of pure curiosity. But you can put any ISO you want for any game on it, and it should load just fine. So, thank you very much for watching. I'm going to leave this here with the gameplay. You can watch it if you want to. It's not much, it's just me kind of failing at playing this game. And other than that, thank you very much for watching. Thank you for 300 subscribers. That means a lot to me. I don't know what I'll do for 400, but we'll have to see. And thank you very much for watching.